Are you visiting Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo DisneySea in 2025? Well, in today's video, I'm going to share with you all the different changes that you'll find at the parks to help you plan your trip. We're going to be talking about vacation packages, fantasy springs, merchandise, food, crowds, all that stuff. So stick around. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Chris, aka TDRExplorer, and I've been living in Japan for well over a decade, and I've been visiting the theme parks, including Tokyo Disneyland, Tokyo DisneySea, many times. I've gone so many times I can't even count how many times I've been anymore. I love these parks so much. So if you want to learn about the theme parks here in Japan, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video so you don't miss any of my videos. And I have quite a big back catalog of stuff for you to enjoy. There's a lot of changes coming to Tokyo Disney or have already happened, so I cannot wait to share them with you today. But before we get into that, I just want to share some wonderful news with you explorers that our new 2025-2026 guide to Tokyo Disney Resort is coming out at the end of February. Yes, I am so excited. We've updated it. We've updated stuff on vacation packages and fantasy springs and a whole bunch of other stuff in the book. We go through it every year and we do release a new version every year, and it's going to be launching at the end of February for a special introductory price to celebrate the launch of the book. So if you want to be amongst the first to know exactly when it goes live, make sure you join our Patreon at patreon.com/TDR now. And also over on our mailing list, I'll put a link in the description for you. I cannot wait to share this with you. We are just putting the finishing touches on it. I took a break from it to come and record this video, and I'm going to get right back to it. This is by far probably the most asked question about what's going on with Fantasy Springs at Tokyo DisneySea. Well, I'm going to tell you. Cute. I love these hats. I think they still have most of these available still at the park. They must, I'm sure. The biggest thing with Fantasy Springs to know is now all guests can just walk into Fantasy Springs. I'm putting a little asterisk there. So they made this change on January 7th, and they've been kind of keeping it going. And then they finally announced on the website that Fantasy Springs will be open to all guests, meaning you don't have to get any passes to go into Fantasy Springs. But they may turn that system on if the park gets busy enough, which I think they've done maybe once so far. They might change that in the future, but for now, I've been checking every day and I've just been seeing that it's been open for everybody. So what do I mean with the little asterisks there? So with that, just because you can go into the land freely doesn't mean you can ride the attractions freely yet anyway. So you still need to get a Disney Premier Access or a standby pass for the 4 attractions. You can't just go into the standby line, but sometimes they may open the standby line without needing a pass. But it's one of those things you don't know until you're there on the day. Like, this is something they don't announce ahead of time. So check the Tokyo Disney Resort app. It'll tell you in there everything you need to know for that. On top of that, you may need a standby pass to get into the gift shop that is in the Fantasy Springs Hotel. Well, it's in the Fantasy Springs building, but it's accessible from outside. It's kind of a weird setup. So there's some exclusive merchandise in there. The exclusive merchandise is stuff that's only for hotel guests that are staying at the Fantasy Springs Hotel, and of course other Fantasy Springs merchandise. A lot of that Fantasy Springs merchandise is available outside of Fantasy Springs. So it's throughout Tokyo DisneySea, all the different gift shops, even the big one at the front of the park. And then there's even some stuff in Bon Voyage, which is the shop just outside Tokyo Disney Resort, outside of Maihama Station. As for dining, you still need to do a mobile order. You can't just rock up and go into the restaurant. You have to do a mobile order ahead of time. It's not as competitive as it once was. So if you want to eat at those restaurants, just make sure you get a mobile order so you can get in there and enjoy your meal. The most popular one is the Royal Banquet Hall. Well, no, not Royal Banquet Hall. What is it called again? The Banquet of Erin L thing. I can never remember the name. Now, do you need to get there super early? No, you don't need to get to the park super early anymore. A good hour and a half is perfectly fine. As you know, if you've watched my video on first-timer tips, I'll put it up on the screen there for you, so make sure you watch it afterwards. Getting to the park about an hour and a half early before the park opens is perfectly fine. So it's not this mad rush as it once was anymore, so don't stress as much. And if you have the happy entry, you know, about an hour before you're able to go into the park, that should be good enough. As for the priority as to like which attraction should you get Disney Premier Access for, which one should you do standby pass for Fantasy Springs, I've been keeping a close eye on it, and it looks like on Elsa's Frozen Journey, the Disney Premier Access and the standby passes, those go first, and then followed by the standby pass for Fairy Tinkerbell's Busy Buggies. So those are the ones that go first. So my recommendation is once you're in the park, get yourself either a standby pass, which is free, or get a Disney Premier Access for Anna and Elsa's Frozen Journey. I recommend doing DPA for Anna and Elsa's Frozen Journey because the standby passes run out first. The reason for this is then you can get a standby pass for another attraction like Fairy Tinkerbell's Busy Buggies or Rapunzel's Lantern Festival. And the great thing about this is make sure you make a group in the app ahead of time with your group. So you can do this, you can scan everyone's tickets in and you can create groups. You just follow the prompts on there. It's pretty straightforward. And once everyone is in the park, scanned in, like you all scanned your tickets in to the park, you can have one person take care of the DPA and the other person take care of the standby passes because those two are independent of each other. So you can get stuff done really quickly. The Fantasy Springs Magic ticket is done after March 31st. So if you're staying in the Fantasy Springs Hotel, you cannot buy that ticket anymore. Once April 1st hits, it's gone. And it's not included in any of the vacation packages anymore. I'll talk about vacation packages later in the video. Another big thing to keep in mind is Anna and Elsa's Frozen Journey is closing for some refurbishment maintenance in May. So it's closing from May 8th until May 28th. It means it'll reopen on May 29th. Now, Tokyo Disney Resort sticks to these schedules very strictly, so don't expect it to open early or anything like that. So just keep that in mind. If you're planning to go during that time, hopefully you can maybe change your dates around if you ended up falling in during the time when it's actually closed. Speaking of tickets, you're gonna need tickets to visit Tokyo Disney Resort and do various things in Japan, which leads us to this video sponsor, Klook. Klook has been my go-to platform for booking incredible travel experiences since 2016. Klook is easy to use with its app and website. You'll be able to find everything you need from theme parks to Wi-Fi and even hotels. Everything is available in your own currency and language, making it really easy to understand. If you download and use the app, you can have all of Klook's great discounts right at your fingertips. If you've been watching my channel for a little while, you're probably aware that how difficult it can be to buy theme park tickets, especially for Tokyo Disney Resort. With Klook, you'll be able to easily book your tickets for Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo DisneySea all in one convenient place. Once you have your tickets, you just scan them into the Tokyo Disney Resort app and you're ready to enjoy all the great attractions the parks have to offer. Give Klook a try today by following my affiliate link in the description below or by scanning the QR code you can see on the screen. And thank you to Klook for sponsoring this video. The parks are busy. I'm just gonna say that outright. The parks are busy. Japan has been increasing in tourism since the borders reopened in 2022. And in 2024, based off the research that I could see, there was 36.9 million international tourists that came to Japan. That's a lot. And Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo DisneySea are amongst the top 5 most visited theme parks in the world. So just expect crowds. Yeah, and it's only seemingly increasing. Like I feel like the slow times are not slow like they once were, but let's get into it a little bit. I do have a video that breaks down every single month. Now, I did it a few years ago, but a lot of the information still holds up, so I'll put it up on the screen there so you can go and watch it once you're done here, because I'm not gonna go through absolutely everything, but really quickly, so March, well, we're in February. February's a little busy now. It used to not be as busy, but it's been quite busy because of they've had these special tickets for college students or students. It's a student ticket, so a lot of students have been coming as well. And it's also, you know, not so secret anymore that this is a slower time to come, which has been making it a lot busier with tourists visiting the country. But March is spring break. A lot of schools throughout Japan go on spring break during different times. So like the whole month of March just ends up being busy as a whole. And then once we move into April is really lovely, a lovely time to visit because of the cherry blossoms and everything. But it's a very popular time for wonderful explorers to come and visit because they want to see the cherry blossoms. And also the Star Wars Celebration is happening this year as well. So I expect April to just be busy throughout the entire month. And then we get into Golden Week, which is a string of holidays at the end of April into May. This is where pretty much everyone in Japan is off of work and school. So everyone is traveling. It's just going to be busy everywhere. And then moving into May, we'll see how it goes this year. Last year was kind of busy, so I'm expecting it's going to be busy again, but this traditionally would have been the slower time of the year to visit. But like I said, increased tourism, a lot of people visiting. And then we move into like June, July, August, hot, rainy, summer. It's not exactly the best time to be outside. It's still just quite busy. Especially in August because there's the Obon week that happens in August, which is again a long string of holidays, family holidays. Just everyone wants to go to Disney. And then moving into the fall, September is usually a pretty decent time to come. Still a little hot. The heat has been lasting longer, but crowds typically, die down a little bit during that time. And then October gets busy again. Same with November. December kind of slows down a little bit, and then end of December, we just skyrocket into New Year's. And then after that, crowds drop in January, and then the whole cycle starts over again. So what should you do? Well, usually I will tell people avoid the weekends at all costs, but that has kind of changed. So Tokyo Disney introduced variable pricing for their tickets, and this isn't anything new. They've done this for a few years now. The weekends are typically more expensive now, and holidays. The wait times seem to be lower than the weekdays. So I think the lower prices during the weekdays are driving people to go on the weekdays because it's, cheaper than the weekends, which has been shifting the crowds. So I'd say don't be scared to go on a weekend as long as it's not a long weekend. Like if there's a holiday on that weekend, it's just going to be busy because, that's how people are going to work out their holidays and stuff. So the best thing to do is start trying to visit like Wednesday through Saturday kind of thing. Before I would usually say like Tuesday through Friday, but kind of shift it over. And I think you kind of have a nice little balance in there. Oh, another thing. Make sure you check the park hours. They put them out about 6 months in advance. So the parks are usually open 9 to 9. But on Fridays, they may have private parties. It's either like a JCB party, which is like a credit card here in Japan, or private buyout or something like that. And the park hours are usually released about 6 months in advance. So check that because the park might be closing early. It might close at 6, it might close at 7, and the park tickets aren't any cheaper. Like you don't get a discount or anything like that. So keep an eye out for that as well when you're kind of making your plans on when to visit. As with anything with crowds, just get there early. Like I said, hour and a half is more than enough time in most cases to kind of get into the park and start getting things done that you want to get done really quickly. And lots of people want to visit these parks. Like they are wonderful. So just kind of keep that in mind. Like you're going to be waiting for stuff, and that's just how it goes. One pro tip for you is don't expect cast members to speak English. A lot don't. So please be very patient with the cast members because, there's a lot of international tourists coming and not everyone in Japan speaks English. There's a lot of people that do, but don't expect everyone to speak it, right? So what you should do is download the app Deeple. I love this over Google Translate. Deeple, I have a lot of translator friends that swear by it, and you can have people speak into it. You can take pictures of stuff, and the translations are a lot better, in my opinion, and a little more nuanced. So it understands nuance a little bit better. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it is a really great way to communicate if you need to communicate something a little bit more complicated with the cast member. So I have Deeple open right here, and I'm just gonna pop something simple into it. Where can I meet Duffy? He's my favorite. There we go. Very easy. And the Japanese is actually pretty spot on. After many years, Tokyo Disney Resort has finally started listing They're plant-based meals on the website. It's been a long time coming, and this should have been done a long time ago, but I'm happy that they're finally doing it. Because I know a lot of explorers have been asking about plant-based meals, and while there's not a lot, at least it's a good start. So on the website, I'm going to show you right here. So you go on the Tokyo Disney Resort website, and you go to Tokyo Disneyland, and then restaurants. And if you just scroll down, you can see popcorn. If you actually tap the popcorn, it'll show you where all the popcorn buckets and flavors are. So pro tip for you. But you can see plant-based menu items at the park. The only thing is they can't guarantee that it doesn't have animal products. Take that as how you will. So there's a plant-based set at Eastside Cafe. So there's 2. That's not new. That's been around for a little bit. And at restaurant Hookside, the 8 vegetable tempura. That's a really good restaurant. I really like that place. I do like Eastside Cafe too. It's a nice like pasta dish place. Blue Bayou has a plant-based course. That's relatively new. And then Queen of Hearts Banquet Hall, that's new. Oh, that's a new menu item. Yeah. Oh, that's good. I'm gonna have to go and try that. And then they have a Korean style rice bowl at Plasma Ray's. I've had that before. It wasn't that good actually. And then there's a mixed greens salad. Mixed greens at La Taverne de Gaston and Camp Woodchuck Kitchen. So let's check out DisneySea. See what they got going on over there. So they have spaghetti with vegetable sauce at Zambini Brothers. That's a good change because before, I think they put fish in it because I remember they changed it. Magellan's. Oh, Magellan's has a plant-based course. Oh, that's nice too. I love Magellan. Magellan's is my favorite. I did a video on that like 5 years ago. I need to go back and do it again. I'll put it up on there so you can go check out Magellan's. It's one of my favorite restaurants at DisneySea. Like please go. I love it so much. It's so good. And then Ristorante di Cantaletto. Oh, they have a veggie pizza. Seaweed fritters. Oh, Miguel's has the mixed green salad. Oh, the same thing they have at Disneyland. The tortilla sandwich at Miguel's El Dorado. The vegetable curry at Casbah Food Court. That's been around for a while. And the plant-based burger that is also at the Snuggly Duckling. Now remember, it says here, there is no guarantee that these menu items are entirely free of animal products. Okay, sure. I guess. If you need to ask stuff about allergies and whatnot, you can do that with the Depot app, and they will be able to help you at the restaurant. For more on food, we actually do have a smaller guide that is about snacks at Tokyo Disney that we put out late last year. So if you want to go and check it out, it's on our website, TDRExplorer.com/books. Make sure you go and check it out. It's a great companion guide to our overall huge guide as well. We put a lot of effort into our guidebooks. I love them. I love them so much. Merchandise. Who doesn't love merchandise? Now, you know, I do merchandise videos. I will continue doing those. So probably the biggest thing to know for merchandise is standby passes. Now, this isn't new. They're just continuing it on, but I do know that it's something that is a little confusing. I sometimes even find it confusing myself. So some of the stores, you will need a standby pass to go in and do some shopping. Now, this is only, or usually, when they have new merch releases, like there's a big merchandise release like Duffy or new event merchandise. That's usually when they turn these on. So to check, you can go to the Tokyo Disney Resort website and it'll give you dates as to when a standby pass is going to be required for some shops. Like I said, this is only for stuff that is like new event merchandise typically. Like regular merchandise, no, you can just go into the stores and just, do whatever you need to do. And this also includes the capsule machines, aka Gachapon, at both parks. Sometimes they're on, sometimes they're not, but again, it's usually when new stuff has come out. Again, check the website. It'll give you all that information as to when it's on. I want to briefly touch on Lorcana. So Lorcana came out here in Japan, so these are the Japanese versions of the card. They've only released the first chapter so far. Now, why does this pertain to Tokyo Disney Resort? Well, for a day or two, they were selling the booster boxes in Bon Voyage, which is a Tokyo Disney Resort store outside of the resort in front of Maihama Station, where Tokyo Disney Resort is. They sold out, and I don't know if they're going to bring them back and sell them at the parks or not. I really don't know. I haven't been able to get a straight answer. So you might be able to find the booster boxes, you might not. And also the starter kits. These were not at Tokyo Disney Resort. These were not at Bon Voyage. These were at the Disney stores. And you can find these also at other stores throughout Japan, like places that sell trading cards, like Akihabara. I actually did find, not the booster boxes, but I found the starter kits and some random shops in Akihabara. So if you're on the hunt, Akihabara is probably your best bet. I probably wouldn't count on Tokyo Disney Resort carrying these all that often. It might change though, I'm not sure. I'll keep an eye out for you. New openings and closings at the resort. So we have we actually have a new show coming to Tokyo DisneySea. I have my iPad here to help me remember all this because there's just a lot of information. So there's a new stage show called Dreams Take Flight that's opening up in the hangar stage at Tokyo DisneySea. Now the space closed in 2020. The show that was there before, the Song of Mirage, I believe it was called, which was a wonderful show, and it was barely running for even a year, and then now it just never came back. So now there's a new show coming, and it starts on July 16th, 2025. I cannot wait for that. Then, as I've mentioned before, Space Mountain here, it's closed, and not only closed, it's demolished. Like, it's gone now. The old version is gone because they are building a new one right behind it. You can see it, and it's reopening in 2027. We don't have any dates other than that, so there's no Space Mountain for 2025 and 2026. Then we have Buzz Lightyear Astro Blaster that closed last year in October, and it's being transformed into a Wreck-It Ralph attraction, and that's supposed to be opening in 2026. So we're not going to see it this year. So just kind of keep that in mind. As for a new hotel, so of course we know Fantasy Springs Hotel, we know that has opened. There is a non-Disney hotel that is actually worth checking out. I need to stay here, but I've had friends stay at this hotel, and they said it was quite wonderful. So it's the Hoshino Resort 1955 Tokyo Bay Hotel. So it's kind of themed to that era, kind of Americana kind of vibe. And this is an affordable hotel that is actually behind the Celebration Hotel, the Tokyo Disney Celebration Hotel. So it's about a 20-minute bus ride from Tokyo Disney Resort. A free shuttle will take you to the hotel. And so if you're looking for something, maybe a little more affordable, trying to stay within a certain budget, this is something to look at if you want to, keep costs to a minimum, but maybe want to see something new. Oh my goodness, Ikspiari. Ikspiari. So Ikspiari is our version of Downtown Disney / Disney Springs here. It's right outside of Maihama Station. There was a swath of closures, and probably the biggest closure was Guzman y Gomez, which is an Australian Tex-Mex restaurant. That was kind of my go-to when I would go to Ikspiari. I'm sad it's gone. It opened in, I think, 2017, so it was there for quite a while, and it's gone. There's still restaurants open in like the Shibuya area, Harajuku, so there's still Guzman y Gomez in Japan. It's just not Ikspiari anymore. Don't know what's going there. But they also closed a whole bunch of stores between the Starbucks and the Disney store. A bunch of shops are closed there. Not sure what they're doing with that, but guess we'll just have to wait and see. We have some refurbishments coming up at Tokyo Disney. Now, this is not an exhaustive list. They release closures about 6 months ahead of time, so we don't have the full year just yet. I'll put a link in the description for you so you can check out closures at Tokyo Disney. But some notable ones, I'm not going to go through the whole list, but notable ones that are happening. At Tokyo Disneyland, Pooh's Honey Hunt is going to be closed from April 9th until May 7th. Happy Ride with Baymax, May 9th until May 28th. Monsters Inc. Ride and Go Seek, June 30th until July 24th. And Disney Harmony in Color is going to be not performing, which is the daytime parade, between April 7th and May 9th. And remember, they stick to these schedules very strictly, and they'll reopen the day after. Then over at Tokyo DisneySea, as I mentioned, we have Anna Nelson's Frozen Journey, which is, again, what is it? I think it's May 8th until May 28th. And then we have 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea from May 29th until August 26th. We have events happening at Tokyo Disney. So for the first time in a while, I think this is the first time in 5 years, that they've actually released the full schedule of events for the year, because before they were just kind of doing it every few months. So I'm actually happy that they have the full year. So now we know exactly when everything is happening for events. I'll pop it up on the screen for you, whatever side my editor decides to choose, or right in the middle. I don't know. He'll choose somewhere to put on the screen. But we have all the events that are happening. So of course we have Vanellope's Sweet Pop World, which is happening, and Duffy's Wonderful Kitchen. And we also have the It's a Small World with Groot happening. It's a Small World with Groot is running until June 30th. Vanellope's Sweet Pop World is going on until March 16th. And then Duffy and Friends Wonderful Kitchen until March 31st. And then we have Duffy and Friends 20th anniversary of Duffy and Friends. I can't believe it's been 20 years. Wow. I remember when the 10th anniversary was happening. That's happening from April 8th until March 19th, 2026. So that's actually almost a full year. Then we have the return of Donald's Quacky Duck City event, which was new last year, and that's going on from April 8th until June 30th. And in the same time frame, we have the second Tokyo Disney Seafood and Wine Festival. So it's the second time that they're doing that. So they're bringing that back. And then, while this is not really an event, this is worth mentioning, they have the Star Tours Adventures Continue limited time version that's happening until June 30th, from April 8th until June 30th. And then we have the summer events. They don't have the full summer event stuff fleshed out yet, or announced, I should say. But summer starts July 2nd until September 15th. And then we have Halloween, which is starting in September 17th until October 31st, which is nice, because last year they actually didn't start Halloween until October. So I'm not happy that they brought it back to September. And then Christmas starts November 11th until December 25th. Then we have the New Year's event, which is running from January 1st until January 12th. Now for these events, while the event starts on the dates that I give you, they will usually have food and merchandise earlier than that. We don't have the dates for that because they kind of announce that maybe 2-3 months out. So know that food and merchandise will come out before the event starts. And then for the entertainment, they might actually do sneak previews a day or two before the event starts. So you can maybe catch some of the stuff ahead of time before the event even starts. So keep that in mind when you are making plans on trying to decide when you want to go. How cute is this? It's so cute. I bought this from the Groot event that's happening at Disneyland with It's a Small World. Very, very cute. Now, for probably the most anticipated section, changes to the vacation packages at Tokyo Disney Resort. So, from April 1st onwards, they have different vacation packages. So, I'm not going to talk about the ones that are currently available because they're only available for a few more months. But from April 1st onwards, vacation packages have changed a little bit. And vacation packages are usually available about 5 months in advance. And what they do is they will announce when the block of dates are going to be available on the reservation website. So that is the place to check. That is where I get all my information from. Go and check there. It'll tell you in the news section when these vacation packages will go on sale because they are very popular. So you want to get in there as soon as possible to secure the dates that you want. From April 1st, there's going to be 4 different vacation packages available. So there's the Enjoy Attractions and More, which is 3 days, 2 nights. And then we have the Enjoy Unlimited Rides on Eligible Attractions, which is 2 days, 1 night. And then Enjoy Lots of Attractions, 2 days, 1 night. And then Enjoy Dinner at Tokyo DisneySea Hotel Miracosta, 2 days, 1 night. So the difference between all of these, so the Enjoy Attractions and More, so you get tickets for attractions, but also you get some tickets for character greetings, which is nice. And then Enjoy Lots of Attractions, you just get attraction tickets for attractions that you select from. You do it ahead of time when you make your reservation. And then the Enjoy Dinner at Tokyo DisneySea Hotel Miracosta, that comes with a reservation for one of the restaurants at Hotel Miracosta. I recommend doing Bella Vista Lounge because you get a beautiful view of Tokyo DisneySea. It's very lovely, so I do recommend, if you're going to go with that package, to get the Bella Vista Lounge. By far, the most popular package, because I can see which vacation packages are sold out, and it's this one, the Enjoy Unlimited Rides on Eligible Attractions. Now, as I mentioned before, the Fantasy Springs Magic Ticket is going away, so that is not available anymore in any of these packages. It's not happening, okay? It's gone. Don't even think of it anymore. So the Unlimited Rides package means you get to ride on rides at Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo DisneySea, select attractions through the Priority Access line. So it's effectively, you got unlimited Disney Premier Access for certain rides, or if you want to think of it in Disney World terms, Disneyland terms, unlimited Lightning Lane, and the specific attractions. I'll put them up on the screen for you. There's a lot at both Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo DisneySea. However, the thing that you will notice is Fantasy Springs attractions are not included in that. So what do? Well, when you book this package, you can actually add on the Fantasy Springs attractions to the price of your vacation package. So essentially, you are picking your Disney Premier Access at the time of your booking and making your selections at that time, and then you don't have to do the whole Disney Premier Access thing when you're in the park. Or if you want to buy additional ones when you're in the park, you can do that too. You can buy Disney Premier Access even if you have a vacation package. You can just keep buying them if you really want to. A big change that you're going to notice is you're no longer going to be getting a voucher for one of these, which is like a popcorn box holder. When I first got this, I thought this was like a vent for smelling, but it's actually to put like wet wipes inside of it. Anyway, you're not going to get a voucher for this anymore. You're actually going to get a voucher to exchange for a popcorn bucket. This is one that I bought last year. It's really cute. You know what? I think it's a welcome change. I think most people are going to want a popcorn bucket. Some of the packages are also including not just a unlimited drink ticket, they're also going to include either you can choose between unlimited popcorn, unlimited churros, or unlimited frozen desserts. And the frozen desserts starts in June. So I think that's actually really nice as well. So I would go and check which packages allow that. And I'd honestly go with the popcorn. Go with the popcorn. I don't really care for the churros. Another big change that I was informed of, I had a lot of explorers tell me about this, so thank you for this tip, that you can start picking up your vacation packages before your check-in day. So the day before, you can pick up your vacation package at the hotel that your vacation package is at. Now, just double check with your email, because they send you emails like leading up to your trip. Follow the instructions in there. That's where people have been told that they can pick up their vacation packages the day before. So just make sure it says that in there. The great thing about picking up your package beforehand is obviously you can get this and it has all your tickets inside of it. So what you can do is get your park tickets and then start scanning them into the app the day before. So you don't have to do it the day of, because it gets very stressful, because you kind of have a million things going through your head. So you can scan them into the app. And remember, you can scan everyone's ticket into one app. You can have one person manage everything, or you can scan them into everyone's individual devices, and then you can create a group. Have someone create a group, you share a link between everyone, and then just follow the prompts. Then everyone's in one group where you can have someone buy all the Disney Premier Access, standby passes, and all that for your group. So yeah, picking up at a time is great. That's a nice change. I covered a lot in this video, and I'm sure I missed other stuff as well. But if you are visiting Tokyo Disney Resort, make sure you watch my first timers tip video. It covers a lot of the basics for you, because I know I kind of glossed over a lot of stuff here. There's a lot to explain. So make sure you go and check out that video. If you haven't already, subscribe, like this video. I have tons of content on Tokyo Disney Resort and other theme parks in Japan, like Universal Studios Japan, and other fun things to do here. I cannot wait for your trip. And if you're visiting this year, please tell me in the comments. I want to know when you are visiting, okay? Thank you so much, Explorers, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.